Go ahead. The floor is yours. What is your best story for me?
I love it, man. There's so many good ones, and I'm sure there's been so many that you've heard because this is such a crazy business, right? Probably one of the funniest ones that I have was I sold a house out in Pungo, right? So if you're new to Virginia Beach, Tanner, that's like Southeast VB, man. It's the country out there, right?
Okay.
Like chickens running around and all types of stuff's going on out there. But there's a lot of septic tanks, right? So that's something we don't really run into in the city, right?
Right.
Virginia Beach and Norfolk and that sort of thing. Chesapeake a little bit, but not so much. Anyway, so this is my first septic deal, right? So I'm like, oh man, I got to go. I want to check this out. I want to go to the inspection. These guys are from Pungo and they're out there in their knee-high boots because they actually dig and they open up the septic tank and there's like 5 of these old country boys hanging out. And they're like, man, you ever open up one of these, Todd, you find out a lot about a person. I was like, oh yeah. He's like, you could tell if a woman's got a lot of makeup, the tank will be all oily. I was like, wow. I said, no, that's crazy. He's like, yeah, that makeup corrodes the tank and it'll turn it into like an oil almost. And I said, wow, that's crazy. He said, I'll tell you, he said, I went to one guy's, we did one of these, it got clogged and it needed a pump out, he told me. And I said, oh yeah. He says, yeah. So we dug it up and we found a bunch of prophylactics in there. And I said, oh, okay. He said, you know what I'm talking about? I said, yes, sir, I do. And he said, so I went up to the door and I told the husband, I said, hey, I found out the problem. We found all these prophylactics in your septic tank. You can't flush those down the toilet. He said, prophylactic? He said, I've been married 20 years, man. I've never used any prophylactics. And so he found out the hard way while he was at work. Somebody else had been using the prophylactics at his house. That was probably the funniest story I heard to date.
Oh, man, that's pretty good.
What you want to hear.
That's right. That's the septic tank issue. And now we got a house going up for sale and a divorce.
That's right.
But the good news is that you would have been able to find, obviously, you as a real estate agent, the divorce attorney on We Love Virginia Beach for Locals by Locals, and everybody will win. So there you go.